Hey everybody, it's your favorite Big T, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today it is Saturday, February 25th. I hope you have a great weekend. What I'm going to react to today is enabling parents and caretakers on my 600-pound life. So this should be very interesting. If you could do me a huge favor, and you've not done so yet, please look down and see if you've subscribed to the channel. And if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talk about parents and caretakers who enable people. And I've said this on my enabling video a few days ago, that I think it's impossible to get to 600 pounds, 700 pounds, whatever, without having somebody in your life enable you to get there. And I'm not blaming the enabler as much as I'm blaming the person, such as myself, who got to be that large, because we choose to eat whatever's given to us. But we all have people in our lives who do not see a problem with what's going on. Like, there's a certain dynamic there with somebody in our lives who constantly enables us, gives us what we want. And they do it for a variety of reasons. And if you want to see those reasons, you can watch that video. But a lot of it is they think they're loving us, or maybe they feel guilty for something that they've done to us. So their way of showing love is by giving us what we want, making us feel good and feel comfortable. And if that comfort and love comes from food, well, that's what they're going to give us, right? And so let's get into this video, see what happens.
When I'm sad or when I'm stressed, when I'm just plain down in the dumps, I turn to food.
It may come as a surprise to you, but the patients on My 600-Pound Life aren't just fat for no reason. They all have crippling addictions to food, and often can't stop eating even if they're getting sick from the sheer amount of food they're consuming. And even though they are the ones putting the food in their mouths, there are other people making the situation worse, and it's usually the people who are meant to make the situation better.
I mean, yeah, that's a good way to explain it. They're not putting the food in my mouth. I am. I'm choosing to eat that, but they're not making the situation easy. They're making it harder for me to quit because, they enable me. And that's what a lot of these people, all of them, if you're over 600 pounds, you have an enabler, or you might have many enablers. We watched a video, actually I put that one on Patreon, but there was this woman who had two different enablers. I think a sister and a niece. And so if one didn't want to give what she wanted, she'd go to the other person. And so it's, you got to have an enabler who's going to go do the thing for you, because once you get that size and you're not able to get up out of bed, you're not able to walk, you're not able to cook, well, then who's giving you the food? Who's cooking you the food? Who's shopping and buying the food? It's just who's paying for you to order all this food. You might be on disability, but I don't think disability is going to be enough money for you to order out constantly and maintain 600 pounds. So, there's somebody in each big person's life who is making it easier for them to stay fat.
Parents and caretakers. Surprisingly enough, parents and caretakers can be the biggest enablers of food addiction. I suppose it may be because their job is to feed, and maybe they get addicted to the feeling of taking care of somebody, even if it means that they're killing them. It's a pretty vicious cycle of addiction, and today we're going to be looking at some examples of parents and caretakers who made things a lot worse for people who needed much better.
In some ways, the enablers are also addicted to enabling. Like, they get something out of it. Whatever that is, I don't know, because I'm not on the enabler side of it. I'm the enablee. So they get something out of it, whether it makes them feel like they're offering and giving love and support, or maybe it's a feeling of being in control of the situation, or thinking that, as we saw in the enabling video, that they think, okay, if it's in my house, it's more controlled, versus if they left my house and had this addiction on their own, they're going to be a lot more out of control. Maybe I can help control it a little bit. So there's a lot of reasons why people enable.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We're starting this list with Renee, the mother of Sean Milliken. Renee is probably one of the worst examples of an enabler on this show. She admitted that she just can't say no to Sean, and she knows what she's doing is wrong, but it's a sort of maternal instinct that makes her feed him so much. There's one moment where Sean was asking for a little snack. The snack in question was 2 cheeseburgers, medium fries, a soda, and a caramel sundae.
Why a medium fry, though? If you're that big, why not go out and get the large? Like, I couldn't imagine ordering a medium fry, I'd be like, give me the large, baby.
I don't know about you, but that's a whole meal, not a snack. And Renee went out to get it for him like there was absolutely no problem.
Oh, it's a snack, so that's why you're going to get the medium, right? If you were getting a full meal, that would be a large, maybe two larges.
This is bizarre behaviour, and I'm confused as to why any mother would allow themselves to destroy their son's body like this.
When I'm sad or when I'm stressed, when I'm just plain down in the dumps, I turn to food. It's purgatory. Can't go forward, can't go back, just stuck.
No, that's not true, Sean. You can move forward. You can change your life. I'm gonna have to probably do this guy's story because I don't know anything about him, but sounds like he feels like he's stuck, and that's where you get when you're 600 pounds and you have this raging food addiction, and you have an enabler making it worse. It's going to get you everything. Like you feel like there's nothing you can do. There's no movement you can make. You can't go back. You've wasted so many years being obese, and moving forward is impossible because you try and you try and you try. But listen, buddy, there is a hope. There is a future for you if you want it. I don't know if he's dead, so me saying there's a future for you might be a little moot right now, but if you're watching this, and I know you're probably not, it's time, buddy. It's time to get your life under control. You can do it. I'm doing it. There's so many people who've done it. It takes a lot of work, but you can do it.
So let me figure out which one's yours. I'll get it over to you.
Unfortunately, the food that I love to eat and the addiction that I now have is killing me. And I know I'm almost out of time.
The Asante brothers are an emotional pair with a plethora of personal issues. However, Justin Asante has always been the more mature out of the two. Actually, out of the three. Justin is more mature than his brother and his father combined.
Yeah, true. I mean, I when I did that enabling video, go back and watch it. It was very interesting. But it didn't get as many likes and views and stuff as a lot of my other content. But there's actually a clip in the very beginning of Justin recording his dad ordering food for Steven. And it's very, very interesting that dynamic that they had. And the dad got really, really angry about it. And it was just very interesting.
Father Asante, or Stephen Sr., is the father of Stephen and Justin.
Okay, Steven Sr. I keep forgetting his name, but it's the same name as the son, but just with the senior added in on there.
Asante. Is he a particularly good father? No. Not at all. If he was my dad, I'd probably end up being pretty messed up as well. The thing about Father Asante is that he definitely favours Stephen over Justin for some strange reason, and because of that he is very quick to enable Stephen's behaviour. It doesn't help that Stephen is very manipulative and somehow manages to get his father to do anything for him.
I mean, both of his kids are severely obese, right? They both need surgery. I think they both got surgery. But yeah, there's something messed up with the dad that um, he reminds me of a dad who's trying, and maybe he's trying way too much and trying to make up for any lost years where he wasn't there. And I think, if I remember correctly, Steve blamed his mom for a lot of his problems and stuff like that. So maybe that, he wasn't in the picture as much, so he's sort of overcompensating and by enabling both of his sons right now. But yeah, for some reason he favors Steven, maybe because he does have his name, because he is the older son. I don't know.
It still baffles me though. Here's a clip of Stephen convincing his father to get him a sandwich when it would literally sabotage Stephen's weight loss surgery.
I don't give a. He don't care.
Yeah, you're a rude. Anyway, I'm not going to be at the hospital. You're not getting my support. I don't give a flying. How's that? To be quite frank with you. I really don't want to open my door, and rightfully so. I don't have to.
No. All right. Let me go.
So you want to stop that? We'll stop.
Right back to the house we live in. I wouldn't give two about your operation because you put yourself in this position. I didn't.
You're enabling your son. No, it's not your fault that they eat what they eat, but you mess them up to the degree that they are overcompensating with food. You're enabling them. You're making their situation worse. And you can scream at them and get mad at them all you want, buddy, but you did a lot of the damage.
Remember that. You choose to be fat. All right?
I mean, that's disrespectful, man. You don't hit your dad. I mean, he might not be a good parent, but I miss my dad so much. One day you're not going to have your dad, and you're going to regret any time that you physically abused him that way. You respect your dad. If you don't want nothing to do with your dad or whatever, he pisses you off that much, then walk away. But you don't resort to physical violence and treat your dad that way.
Patricia is probably the most shameless enabler I've ever seen on the show. Often on my £600 life, the enablers are somewhat self-aware, even if they continue to enable food addiction. However, Patricia is so totally tone deaf. Not only is she a big reason why her two sons John and Lonnie are so big in the first place, she's literally trying to convince them that healthy food is disgusting after they've lost weight. Fair play to John and Lonnie for resisting the potential temptation, not just the temptation to eat fatty food, but to kick Patricia out of their house for being so overtly disrespectful.
I'm going to have to react to these guys because it looks like they're doing really good. They're losing weight and they're on the right journey. But for a parent to say, hey, healthy food is disgusting, and get them back off the right track and doing the wrong thing, like, how disgusting can you be? Like, some parents are just like that. Like, they don't like that their child is becoming independent and doing things on their own. So they try to enable them because it's like, hey, you can still be my little baby boy. I can still give you what I want. I can still take care of you. So parents don't want to give up their kid. And so in order to keep them locked up, like, they'll do whatever they can. If that means making them 600 pounds and reliant on them, then they'll do it. And that's just horribly disgusting. It sounds like she's the one who needs psychotherapy in this case.
Chicken and vegetables?
Man, that sounds nasty.
Oh, it'll be good. It's healthy.
Usually if it's healthy, it's not good.
I did get you some rolls, though, so...
Thank God I won't starve to death. I miss the big meals that we used to do.
Well, now our life is different, so...
Really? I understand if your whole family revolved around big meals and eating, like a lot of families do. There's a lot of tradition around food that goes back thousands of years. So, that could be understandable, but to sit there and try to tell your kid who has a weight problem and is doing well on his diet that health food is disgusting and there's no good in it whatsoever, there can be some pretty tasty, healthy foods out there. You can cook it just right. It doesn't have to be disgusting.
We can't do the big meals that we used to do.
I just wish I had some butter.
Well, we don't eat butter anymore, so...
You don't have any in the back of the refrigerator?
Nope. No. Too tempting.
This whole process after surgery has been very different than I thought it would be. Because most everything we did as a family kind of...
At my last appointment, I was down to 453. And Dr. Now said I should be losing at least 15 pounds a month now. And I hope I got close to that.
All right, so that makes me feel good. People saying that I should be losing 50 pounds a month. Dr. Now told them they should be losing at least 15 pounds a month, and that's what I've been losing. So, hey, I'm on track. That makes me feel good knowing that, okay? I just had so many people making comments and saying that if I'm not losing 50 pounds a month, that there's just something wrong with me. That put a lot of stress on me, thinking that I was cheating, I was doing wrong because I wasn't eclipsing 20 pounds a month. But I've been losing 15, 16 pounds a month. Even this past month, I lost 16 pounds. So I'm on track. I'm doing really good.
Lacey's mother, Martha, enabled Lacey's binge eating habits from a very young age. Due to Martha being a chef and also having her own binge eating problem, Lacey grew up as quite a big child and struggled with her weight ever since. Even though Lacey's weight is pretty much Martha's fault, Martha doesn't really seem to take much responsibility for it, nor is she a very helpful woman. There is one instance where Lacey falls over and Martha just does all of the wrong things, including leaving Lacey on the pavement to find a wheelchair after Lacey asked her not to, and then bringing out a baggage cart and suggesting Lacey sits on it. Just feels like Martha has a slight lack of empathy for putting a child in a situation that she is responsible for.
Like we're getting here and ending this trip?
Well, once again, I don't think the parent is solely responsible for their child becoming overweight. There's a lot of responsibility involved in that, such as the enabling behavior that led to it, or the abusive behavior that led to it, or any number of things. So you could be making the situation worse. But again, the responsibility is on the person who got to be that size in the first place.
Just in time. Oh, damn it! Damn it! Lacey, sit on this. No. I'll push you. No. God.
The last enabler on this list is Donna, and the first thing we see Donna do in this episode is make breakfast for her daughter, Megan. Donna is self-aware about the fact that she's an enabler, but I don't think self-awareness excuses what she does. She admits that she knows what she's doing isn't right, but continues to do it anyway. However, it doesn't seem like Megan even realises that her mother is enabling her behaviour, because when Dr. Now asks Megan if that is the case, Megan says that her mother doesn't enable her, but helps her, which doesn't make sense at all. Donna
And that's a lot of the thing that makes the enabler-enablee relationship difficult. As if you're the one being enabled, you have to know to see that behavior. I started to see it. I started to realize later on that wow, I am being enabled. The person who is enabling me knows what I like, and is trying to show me love by bringing me that type of food. But it could be very easy for you not to think that that person is enabling you, but loving you, because they're trying to take care of you. They're trying to make sure that you're doing okay, that they bring you what you like, they bring you what you love. They're trying to give you comfort and peace, and they know you have a problem, and so they're trying to show you love. Like, that can be the difficult dynamic, is that you don't even realize you're being enabled.
doesn't even own up during this moment. She just lets her daughter defend her, even though she's the main reason why her daughter is like this in the first place.
Is your mom your enabler, or is it helping you to change your eating habit?
She definitely helps me because she's diabetic, so she watches what she eats a lot. So actually she helps me.
Eating with her like she needs to eat.
That'd be good, because Megan needs to do this now. So, Megan, it's very important that you change your eating habit now.
Okay.
Because...
So the mom being diabetic, she thinks that, oh, my mom eats pretty good, so she's not enabling me. But at the same time, she is the one responsible for getting you what you want, the shopping, the buying, the cooking, the ordering out, whatever it is that's allowing you to eat such tremendous amounts of food. She's doing that to you. I mean, you can't afford it yourself if you're not working.
So you're running out of time.
Anyways, that's the video for today. Yeah, very interesting, that enabler-enablee dynamic. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot more about it as time goes on. But if you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have an enabler in your family, I'd be willing to hear about it. Maybe I can get you in on a video at some point if I'm looking for people to interview, to talk to, do live streams with, make videos with, stuff like that. Yeah, we could talk about enabling behavior and stuff like that. But check out my description. There's a link to my Patreon there. I'm trying to raise some extra money so that I can get some better equipment to make better videos. So that would be great. I really appreciate that. There's a link to my Facebook page. There's a link to my Twitter. I do have a Twitter now. There's a link to my email, which is bigtbariatric@gmail.com. If you just want to have a conversation with me or whatever, that's great. I appreciate you all very, very much. And if I don't see you again, I'll see you on Monday, my birthday. I'm thinking about doing a live stream, a birthday live stream Monday night. So, hey, check in with me, see what's going on. Thank you very much. I love you guys. God bless you.